Yo, what's good guys, and welcome to this video that is going to show you guys how you can make eggs for me and send them to me for my upcoming Pokémon White Egglocke. That's right, we're finally doing an Egglocke on the channel. It's been something that's been highly requested of me for a very long time. So, yeah, I figured now's as good a time as any to get one set up and let you guys send me eggs for an Egglocke and have some nice viewer interaction. So, as always guys, if you could leave a like if you enjoyed the video, that'd be great. If it helps you out with making eggs, or if you know someone who doesn't know how to do an Egglocke, then they might see the video and this will help them know how to send eggs or whatever and all that stuff. And yeah, so this is going to show you guys how to make eggs. As I mentioned, you can send them to the email address that is above, stewegglock@outlook.com. But first we'll get into how to make them, and yeah, just so you know how they're all legit and whatever like that. So anyway guys, with this you're going to need two programs. You're going to need WinRAR, which I'm pretty sure everybody knows of. If you don't, then just, well, there'll be a link in the description to whatever you need, so you can go check that out there. WinRAR is a very well-known program because it's one of those things that has, it's a free trial, but the free trial is forever, so you never have to pay for it. So it's pretty much a free program. So yeah, WinRAR, you're going to need that to probably extract what else you're going to need, which is Pokegen, and there'll be a link to that too. I think you can find it on Project Pokemon, but I'll have a link to it in the description so you can get it. I think it'll come as a RAR file, so you'll need WinRAR to extract it. And when you do that, then you can get started. So, alright, so now that you have Pokegen open or whatever, we are going to start making Pokemon. Now with this, I want Pokemon that are level 1. I want them to be their base form. So for example, if you want to send me a Charizard, send it as a Charmander. Please, I can't stress that enough. I would honestly prefer, I honestly want to get them as their base form. So please don't send them to me as a already fully evolved Charizard. If you do, it's not going to get used. I'll probably end up releasing it, and I'd hate to do that because I know you more than likely want me to use your Pokemon. So please just send it as its base form. So again, if you're sending me a Pidgeot, for example, send it as a level 1 Pidgey. Send the Charmander as a level 1 Charmander. Don't send it as a Charizard. Alright, that's cool. Okay, we're good. So, that's what we're going to start off with. And, that is your Pokemon. So, pick whatever Pokemon you want to send me. That is cool. We'll just go, for example, here we'll go with Bulbasaur. And there we go. So, there's Bulbasaur. We got Bulbasaur. Cool. So, what you want to do now is give it a nickname. And, you guys can give it a nickname. And here's another thing I must stress. Make sure it is no longer than 10 characters. Because if it is, look, this is what will happen. All that stuff will come at the end of its name. Because Pokemon Black and White, and Black and White 2, only hold 10 characters. I know that X and Y hold more than that. But they only hold 10 characters. And we'll just get a big mess whenever I'm sending the Pokemon out. So make sure it's 10 characters only. And, yeah, just do that. So, for Bulbasaur, we'll just give it the name Brute Root. So there we go. Make sure that this box here is checked. And there we go. So again, level 1, it is going to be hatching out of an egg, so make sure it's level 1. 0 experience, please, because obviously that will ensure that it's level 1 and it's just hatching out of the egg. So yeah, again guys, nicknames, you can do that yourself. I'd actually prefer if you did, because it'll give you more viewer interaction and stuff, and you'll know if your Pokemon's getting used. So yeah, just give your own nicknames and whatever, and that's great. So next up we'll do nature, and nature, you can do this whatever way you want. I mean, you can look up the natures on Bulbapedia or Maryland or Cerebi or wherever you want to go. You can give me a beneficial nature or a hindrance nature if you want to, or a hindrance nature. So for example, we can give this Bulbasaur timid because it'll be minus attack plus special attack, making it a special attacker, which is what Venusaur. Well, Venusaur can do both, but I'd prefer it as a special attacker. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, you can give it any nature. Look up the natures, make sure you give one that you want correctly. For example, if you wanted to give me minus defense plus speed, that would be hasty and all that stuff. So yeah, just make sure you give me the right nature, or the nature you want. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So moving on to held item, you can give them a held item if you want. Don't give them any ridiculous things, just give them items they can actually hold. I mean, don't give the bicycle or something like that. This video, I'll just end up releasing it. So if you, for example, gave me an Eevee, and you wanted to have me, like you wanted me to evolve it into Vaporeon, you can give it the Water Stone, just so I know that you want it to be evolved. Like, I can probably tell by your nickname, but if you wanted to make it a lot easier for me, you can just give me the Water Stone with the Eevee, and then I could use that and evolve it into Vaporeon, like, right away. Or if you, for example, wanted me to have a Gliscor, give me the Gligar with the Razor Fang, I think, and I could use that and evolve it into Gliscor, and that'd be fun times, you know? It would take a lot less for me to, have to level up and stuff. There's all the natures too, if you saw that briefly. It did pop up on screen. Happiness, leave that at 0, because if it's at 0, it'll take me like 1 step to hatch the Pokemon egg. So yeah, just leave that at 0, don't mess with that at all, just leave happiness at 0, so I can just hatch the egg straight away, and not have to worry about anything, like having to walk around forever trying to hatch. So, as for abilities, as always guys, make them as legal as possible. Again, check Bulbapedia for that stuff if you want. So, I'm not sure what the deal with Dream World ability is. I think you can do Dream World ability, so if you wanted to give me a Dream World ability Pokemon, or like a Dream World ability with the Pokemon, by all means do. So, for example, with Bulbasaur, that would be Chlorophyll, but we'll just go with Overgrow right now. And yeah, so that's what it starts off with, then great. So, for Origin, you're going to need to change that to white. I think it doesn't matter if you change it to black or white, but white works. So, yeah, we're doing white, so I might as well change it to white. And you can make it male or female, that's all your choice. So if you want a male Bulbasaur, or, well, male whatever you're giving me, and a female whatever you're giving me, then by all means do. Make sure that egg is clicked. Obviously, because that means it'll come as an egg. And that's what we're doing here. So if you send me a Pokemon that isn't an egg, then I'm not going to use it, obviously, because it's an Egglocke. So, make sure that egg is checked, and that you are sending it as an egg. I think with Shiny, yeah, you need the trainer ID with that. So, I think if you try to send me a Shiny Pokemon, it might be Shiny when it hatches, but when I go into battle, it won't be. So, I mean, you could try sending me a Shiny Pokemon if you want. I don't know how it will work. If it stays Shiny, then awesome. If not, then there's not much I can do about that, but yeah, so if you want to make a Shiny, by all means go ahead. If not, then that's cool. So that is pretty much the main here done. What we can do is move on to Met. And this stuff really doesn't matter, but because it's an egg, we'll just say it's from the daycare couple, because, you know, you get eggs from the daycare couple. Ball doesn't really matter. Met level 1. And Caught has to be changed to Egg Pal Park Honey Event, whatever, you know, not Honey Event, but Honey Tree Event Shaman. So yeah, again, any ball you want. For example, we could do a sport ball or something from thing. We can do a luxury ball. Yeah, but you can do any ball you want. If you want any ball you want to put it in, it could be Master Ball if you want it to be. It really doesn't make a difference. So yeah, any ball you want to put it in, by all means go ahead. And that's pretty much the Met part done, because this will like hatch, wherever it hatches, that will be the hatch condition, so that's great. EVs and IVs, that is again all up to you. You can set them perfect if you want, so that'd be like 31 and everything in IVs, and then 2 stats with 252. So please make sure your stats are legal. If they're not, I will end up not using the Pokemon. So yeah, you can only put 252 in 2 stats, and then like 4 in another one. So yeah, just make sure it's fully legit. That's 252 EVs, but for IVs you can do 31 in all of them if you want. Or if you don't feel like doing any of that stuff, you can just randomize and get the random stuff like that, which, as you can see, adds up to 510. So make sure you don't surpass 510 on your EVs, otherwise it's an illegal Pokemon and I can't use it. Alright, so moving on to attacks. Again, just stuff that it will know when it hatches, for example, Tackle and Growl. And if you feel like giving it egg moves, make sure you give them legal egg moves. For example, Bulbasaur gets Giga Drain as an egg move in the 5th generation, so you could give me something like that. Again, make sure they're legal. You can check Bulbapedia, Maryland, all those places for the legal egg moves. And yeah, again, just make sure everything's legal. Don't touch PP, don't do PP ups, just leave everything at 0, or like leave everything the way it is. It doesn't need to be touched. And yeah, I think that is pretty much it. So I am gonna give you guys until Monday, the 12th of May, to get these eggs sent in. Should be starting it that week, so yeah, if you could get them sent in by then, that would be awesome. Remember guys, everything must be illegal, otherwise I can't be used, so double check everything that you do on Bulbapedia and Maryland or all those other places. Make sure you send it to the email that is above, which is stuegglocke@outlook.com. Oh, I forgot to show you that. Okay, sorry. So when you're done with your Pokemon, you can, I don't think you need to do this, but you can right-click here, it's set, and you can go to File, Save Pokemon from Tabs, and as you can see, it's going to save as a .pkm file. So what you should do is name that as, there's some examples here, but name them as the nickname you're giving the Pokemon. So, for example, we'll have brootroot.pkm, so what you do then is send that as an email attachment to me, and, yeah, just send that as an email with an attachment. Again, email is above, so stuegglocke@outlook.com, and, I'd like to keep it at 2 eggs per person, so, yeah, don't send me a full box, I won't take them all and stuff, and I won't get to use other sent in eggs if you send me a whole box, so just think about the other people that could be watching the series and want to have some involvement, and that is pretty much it. So, thank you guys for watching, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, it'd be great if you could share it around for people who are unsure how to do an Egglocke or send eggs into someone doing an Egglocke. And, yeah, I will see you guys next week for the start of Pokemon White Egglocke. So, see you guys then.